Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're looking at the 1975 Australian 1-cent coin, a small bronze coin that was once common in everyday change but is now becoming harder to find since the denomination was withdrawn in the early 1990s. While most 1975 pennies are only worth face value, some rare errors and high-grade examples can actually be worth big money. In this video, show you what to look for and how much your 1975 1-cent coin could really be worth. Let's get started. The Australian 1-cent coin was introduced in 1966. When Australia switched from the pound to the decimal system, it remained in circulation until 1992, after which production stopped due to inflation and the rising cost of manufacturing copper coins. The 1975 1-cent coin sits right in the middle of that circulation period, meaning it is relatively common, but still highly collectible and found in pristine condition like its predecessors. The 1975 coin was struck from bronze, composed of 97% copper, 2.5% zinc, and 0.5% tin. The coin weighs 2.6 grams and has a diameter of 17.65 millimeters, making it small yet distinct. Over time, these coins developed natural patinas, giving some an attractive reddish-brown tone that collectors often admire. When talking about the 1975 1-cent coin, collectors often wonder about mintage figures. According to mint records, over 66 million 1-cent coins were struck that year, which means they're not considered rare in general circulation. However, the true value lies not in raw numbers, but in the condition and provenance. Most of the coins were produced at the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra, but the way they were distributed and preserved makes all the difference today. Some coins went straight into circulation and were heavily worn, while others remained untouched in mint sets or subscription packages offered to collectors. Those coins sealed in protective packaging retain their sharp detail and high luster, making them far more valuable today. Now let's address the question everyone asks: what is the value of the 1975 Australian 1-cent coin today? Well, the truth is, circulated examples generally fetch only a few cents, sometimes up to 50 cents, depending on condition because of the huge number produced. But if you happen to find a 1975 coin in uncirculated or proof condition, the story changes dramatically. Uncirculated specimens often sell for $5 to $10, while proof versions, or those preserved in official mint packs, can reach $20 or more. For serious numismatists, coins graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC in top condition can command even higher prices. The jump in value shows just how much preservation and rarity of condition affect the market. This brings us to the unique concept of the collection and subscription sets, which were popular with collectors in the 1970s and later. Many mints, including the Royal Australian Mint, offered coin subscriptions, or mint sets that bundled freshly struck coins for each denomination of the year. Collectors could subscribe annually and receive flawless coins straight from the mint in protective cases. Some enthusiasts today refer to these groupings as especially when referencing bulk quantities or anniversary collections. If your 1975 1-cent coin comes from one of these sets, it's almost guaranteed to be in better condition than one pulled from circulation and thus commands a premium among collectors. Another layer of intrigue with the 1975 Australian 1-cent coin comes from errors and varieties. While no widely recognized major varieties exist for that specific year, error coins can always slip through the minting process. Missed strikes, off-center strikes, clipped plankets, or coins struck on the wrong metal can turn an otherwise common 1-cent into a prized rarity worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. Always check your 1975 coins carefully under magnification, especially around the lettering, the portrait of the Queen, and the fine details of the glide, because you never know when a small mistake might transform an ordinary coin into a collector's treasure. Of course, the design of the 1-cent coin itself is worth appreciating. On the obverse, we see the familiar portrait of Queen Elizabeth sculpted by Arnold Machin, which was used on Australian coins from 1966 to 1980. For the reverse features Stuart Devlin's beautiful rendering of the feather-tailed glider, a small nocturnal marsupial native to Australia. Devlin, who was often called the goldsmith and jeweler to the Queen, gave Australia some of its most iconic coin designs, and the 1-cent is no exception. Even though these coins are small, they capture national identity in a way that larger denominations sometimes fail to do, making them miniature works of art as well as currency. For modern collectors, building a complete set of Australian 1-cent coins from 1966 to 1990 can be both affordable and rewarding. The 1975 coin is a staple in that series, and while it isn't the rarest, it's essential to completing the collection. The affordability of circulated examples makes it accessible to beginners, while the challenge of hunting down pristine mint condition coins adds excitement for seasoned numismatists. Some collectors take it a step further and build entire year sets, which means gathering all coins minted in Australia during 1975 from the 1 cent through to the 50-cent coin and beyond. These sets give a snapshot of Australian currency for that year, and the 1 cent plays an important role in anchoring that historical context. Now let's talk about investment. Can the 1975 1 cent coin be a good long-term investment? Well, it's unlikely that common circulated examples will ever be worth large sums. Premium versions certainly have growth potential. With the phase-out of 1 cent coins in 1992 and the rising global interest in collecting obsolete small denominations, pristine coins from mint sets will likely continue appreciating. Demand for subscription coins has been growing because collectors know they are among the best preserved examples available. The key is always quality. A coin in uncirculated or proof condition is infinitely more desirable than one with scratches, dings, or discoloration. In conclusion, the 1975 Australian 1 cent coin may be tiny in size, but it has a big story to tell. From its historical place in the decimalization era to its wide circulation to its presence in official mint subscription sets, it embodies both accessibility and collectability. While it might not make you rich overnight, it's an essential piece of Australian numismatic history and one that every serious collector should own. If you're lucky enough to have one from a set, keep it safe and preserve it. It's a small copper coin with a legacy much larger than its face value. And remember, in coin collecting, it's not just about the money. It's about the history, the art, and the stories that live on in every piece of metal you hold in our hands.